Welcome, happy e-learning day, algebra students. I'm going to talk about today how to use ratios and proportions to determine how much water you need and instant post set to set a post in the ground. So right here, I've got most of the hole dug, and I'm using something that some of you probably never even knew existed. It's called a post hole digger, and you actually have to do it manually. It's something doesn't do it for you. So I've been digging this hole, trying to get it deep enough, and then the post and cement are going to go in there. So here's the post. So at some point this is going to go in, and it's going to come up a little bit higher, have some cement underneath it, so the bottom of the wood is not in the dirt. And then birdhouse is going on top of here. The birdhouse is right over there. So I'd go with a nice yellow and black theme. And then here's the old setup over here. The issue is squirrels. So unless we grease the posts and the squirrels don't know how to get up there, they get up here and they eat all the birdseed. So we're going to do what we've done in the past. We're going to put this post in the ground, we're going to cement it in, and then we're going to put a metal heat duct, round heat duct around it that squirrels can't get up. So anyways, the instant post set is right over here. Maybe we can get a shot of that. It's cement, but its setting time is 10 minutes. So it won't take long, it won't be going anywhere. On the back, it says, up here it says, use approximately 1 gallon of water per 50-pound bag of instant post set. So I'm going to use that just to get a rough idea of how much water to put in with. So 1 gallon per 50 pounds, that's the whole bag. Let's say I use half the bag, well then it's going to be half. So I'm going to take the instant post bag. Should have the what we need here. I got the water already in the bucket, so this is a 3.5 gallon bucket. So I just kind of guessed where a gallon was, because gallon for the whole bag. Gonna dump. They say put 3/4 of that water in the hole right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some cement to the bottom first. It'll be fine, because I want to make sure that the post is at the bottom, or at the height I want it, okay, which I still want a little bit higher. And then I'll put water in, and then we'll put cement around, and then put the rest of the water in. Okay, so that's about where I want it there. I do that, put the post in, dump more in. Pour the rest in. Okay, then got a board to tamp with. Try to pack it in somewhat good. And then I'm going to get the family heirloom over here. This was my dad's level. I kind of like using it as much as possible, knowing it was his. Might sound silly, but I think it's kind of cool. You use this level on working on one of the houses we lived in the 1960s. That's how old it is. Still good. Okay, now I'm supposed to put the rest of the water in. We'll let that kind of settle down in there. The cement too will absorb actually moisture from the ground, so that cement that's at the bottom. So This is not anything that's incredibly technical because it's just for a bird feeder. Probably said birdhouse earlier, but it's for a bird feeder, so you don't have to be incredibly technical with it. But we do want it level. So I'll probably tamp a little bit more, and I'll check level again, see if I got to move it one way or the other, and then we'll just let it set for a little bit. And you can see that the water is going down in the hole. So it looks like I got to get it a little bit to that way. Stomp it in that way a little bit. And then this way looks pretty good. So I think at this point we're going to let it sit before I put any dirt around it, let that water soak down into the cement, and then we'll show you the finished product. The bird feeder is up on top of the post, and now I'm going to cut the pipe, 6-inch heating pipe actually, put it on the post for the keep the squirrels off. So I thought you could see it's kind of interesting that you take these big, tin snips, which look like scissors, and you can actually cut metal with them. Sounds like the neighbor's mowing. That's Bob. You do one side, it's easier to do one side and then do the other. Okay, now this is the piece I want. This will go around here. Like this. And then you have to start from one end. Try to get it together even. And you work your way down the pipe, and it pops together. And I'm gonna try to twist it a little bit in at the bottom. Hopefully they might. Digging underneath, who knows, but that usually does the trick right there. Okay, so next thing you'll see, the next clip is we'll show you how to set up the proportion and then talk about things like cross products, cross multiply and divide, and then your job then is to just go online to MathXL, find the assignment that is called Ratios and Proportions, and just do that assignment. Do some math here, try to get a little bit good distance here. So we had a 50-pound bag of cement with 1 gallon of water. Okay, so that written as a ratio, we typically write that as a fraction right here. 1 gallon of water to 50 pounds of cement. Another ratio, similar ratio would be 2 gallons of water to 100 pounds of cement. That's just doubling both the top and the bottom. Okay, so if you take that and you write that as a proportion, well then you just take the one ratio and set it equal to the other ratio. Now that looks kind of strange because it says they're equal, right? But this is twice, right? This is twice as much stuff. Okay, but the deal here is that proportion is saying that we have taken this ratio here and we've increased it or decreased it proportionally, which means the top is times 2 and the bottom is times 2. So we've doubled the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's do something where we actually solve a problem using proportions. So let's say I want to go from Monticello High School to the aerial lift bridge in Duluth. Well, Google says, right, about 2 hours, 38 minutes, 155 miles going that way through Moore and Hinckley. Okay. Well, okay. So that's about 2.7 hours. Okay. Now, setting up a proportion to solve that, I can do 155 miles in 2.7 hours. That's what Google said. Okay, I've put that into hours instead of hours and minutes. And then if I want average speed, okay, I can just do X, how many miles in 1 hour. You know, once I have that set up, you can just cross multiply and divide as you guys have done in the past. Okay, so you guys know how to do the cross multiply and divide. So 155 times 1, right? So that's cross means diagonally. Okay. And then you divide by that third number, and we get 57.4 miles, which is going to be then, because it's over 1 hour, it's going to be 57.4 miles per hour. Okay, so you can use that setup to solve problems in the homework. Okay, so your job is to go to MathXL, look for the ratios and proportions assignment, and do that. And of course, we'll see when you have that done online. So, have fun and happy snow day.